What's good, people? Just an update, my life. These last few days, I've had insomnia, but I've done something radically different, which I've never done in my life before. And that is, instead of randomly searching the internet, binging on the internet, I decided to fill in gaps of knowledge on scientific principles, which I never really understood properly when I was in school. And yeah, it was fascinating. It just made me enjoy science again for the first time. Because now with AI, now with like ChatGPT or any other LLM model, you can just ask questions, and if you're not sure about something, you can dive deeper and deeper. And then if you're not sure, even still, you can go on YouTube and watch another video about that specific concept. And the way it feels when you understand something that is not quite complete in your head, and you finally link it all together, it feels like when you declutter. That's literally the feeling. Like when I've been decluttering over the past year, um, it's a kind of a release. It's like an emotional release because you just don't feel like you're holding on to something. And that's the same thing in my head, in my brain. I feel like, in a way, it's been an emotional release. But at the same time, there's also been an emotional hold because now there's deeper questions about other deeper aspects of physics and reality that I don't understand. Because even the explanations I've been given lead me to ask even more questions. So yeah, there is that double edge to the sword. But yeah, I wanna talk about, maybe list the things I've got clarity on. Number one, what light is. I mean, I heard in school that light is an electromagnetic wave, but now I understand it better. It's like it's photons, particles that are moving in a wave, and when it moves in a wave, it creates properties like electricity and magnetism. And you can't have electricity or magnetism without light. So if you had a universe, or in this universe, no light, then you'd have no electricity or magnetism, which is fascinating to me. And then what fire is. I never really understood what fire was. And now I understand that fire is not even a real thing per se. It's a side effect. It's a optical illusion, a side effect of um, molecules being reacting with oxygen and vibrating at such a high level that they generate this thing called heat, and they also generate this thing called light. So it's energy, which is the energy, the particles. When basically the energy becomes so high frequency, it reaches a certain point and then it drops. And when it drops, it releases that energy as light. And then the sound of fire. Why is it crackling? Now I understand steam in the wood or whatever particle is releasing air or releasing water particles, and they're vaporizing, and that crackles. So I understand that. Then I understand rainbows. I never understood why rainbows are a certain shape, why they're like that. Now I see how they relate to prisms. So rainbows are basically water droplets acting like a prism, bending light into its full spectrum. And then the reason why it's a semicircle is because light hits your eye in a straight line, but because certain colors hit at a certain angle, then angles are always in a circle around a certain axis. So your eye is acting like a axis, a vertex, and there's a cone of light going out infinitely. So red, for example, is at 42 degrees, like this, 42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 42. And then purple, which is violet, right at the center, is at a shallower angle. So it's a smaller circle. So that's why it's at the bottom and red is at the top. So that's another thing. And then solar energy. Now I understand what solar energy works. Photosynthesis. I studied these in school, but now I can explain these to a 6-year-old. So there's other things I don't understand really. Like kind of understand what electricity is, but I really don't understand it. So I need to understand. I need to. If I get insomnia, I want to just dive deep into that, and then yeah, understand what sound is as well, what heat is, all these things in the last few days, and how this relates. I always like to think about things metaphysically, or things in terms of unified theory. So we have maths in our universe, physical universe. Obviously, there's a metaphysical universe, which is unseen, but the physical universe that the physicists see. We have maths, we have geometry, and those interact together to form physics, and physics and matter interact together to form chemistry, and chemistry interacts to form geology, and geology and chemistry interact to form biology, and biology, as a consequence of biology, we've got ecology. So all the systems of biology interacting together, and then we've got the ecology interacting with all the other systems to form society and sociology, and then sociology intersects to form philosophy, and philosophy then loops back to maths and geometry. So it's like an infinite circle. The observer, the final observer, is looking back and understanding the maths and geometry that feeds the whole system. So yeah, these are things that just blown my mind in the last few days, and yeah, it's just fascinating. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Hope you find those interesting. With that said, take care. Peace.